Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. I am honestly going to keep the intro really short because let's be honest, we don't like long intros. We don't like them, and I'm just gonna do us both a favor and not do a long intro. I really just want to get into this makeup tutorial. I'm going to be using my favorite, well, my current favorite palette right now, which is the Marquez X BhCosmetics palette. Now I'm sure every one of you have heard about this palette. It's extremely popular right now. She is amazing. I literally love Daisy. I watch all her videos, so shout out to her, she's the best. But they created this beautiful palette with this beautiful color theme. So this is the palette right here if you haven't seen it already. Now, today I'm wearing this lime green shirt, and so there's a color in here called Slime, that lime green one right here. I really want to focus the look around that color, so I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into it so that we can get started. But if you guys want more tutorials on this palette, just let me know. I literally use it every day, so I would be happy to do that. Okay, and zoom you guys in so we can get started on the makeup look right now. I already did my brows, I carved them out with concealer, and I also prepped my eyelid using the Morphe eyelid primer, which is my absolute favorite primer for eyeshadow. It really makes it stick and stay on for a long time. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into this palette. I really love this color theme. I think it's absolutely beautiful. You have your neutrals, your berries, you even have pastel colors in here, and I'm not kidding you, they are so pigmented. Like, I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and take this fluffy blending brush right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and dip into the color Dulce, which is this light tan, kind of a creamy oatmeal color. Put that all over my crease. And now I'm just using circular blending motions just to really buff this into my skin with a very light hand. You don't want to be rough, you just want to be very light and gentle. Skin on your eyes is very sensitive, and if you're rough with it, it can actually cause you wrinkles in the future, so you want to avoid pushing on it too much or pulling on it and just being rough with it in general. I'm also going to take a lot on my brush, and I'm just going to place it and pat it into my outer V corner. So now that I laid down my transition shade, I'm going to go ahead and go in with a deeper, more pigmented color right into my crease and on my outer V. I'm going to be using the shade Vintage, which is like a deep pumpkin type of color. And for that, I'm just using a smaller, fluffy blending brush. I'm just going to go ahead and pat that into the color and place that right in my crease, but I don't want to be too heavy-handed with it because, like I said, it is extremely pigmented. For this technique, I'm just using swiping motions. Now I'm going to be taking the same exact brush, and I'm going to be going in with this deep cocoa color, which is actually called Cocoa. And again, I'm still using the same palette, the Marquez X BhCosmetics palette. The light hand, I'm gonna go right into my crease, towards the same area of where I blended out the orange shade. And I'm gonna go ahead and blend those two colors together, focusing on the outer V. So now I'm going to go in with the same large fluffy blending brush as I used to begin with. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up that Dulce shade and just a touch of the Vintage shade, which is that pumpkin color, just to kind of blend out any harsh lines that the brown may have created. I don't know if you can tell on the camera because I know my lighting is a little off, but it's blended really perfectly right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to incorporate that slime color. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and place it all over my lid in my inner corner and see how that turns out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my finger to apply the slime color. Just because it's a shimmer, I feel like shimmers show up the best when they're applied by your warm skin. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my ring finger to do that. You can just tell how extremely like pigmented this shade is, and it literally matches my shirt like perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dab this on. Since this is such a bright pigmented color, there was no need for me to cut a crease or to put down concealer first. Normally I would, but this is a very bright pigmented color, so there's really no need for that. Keep layering it on until it's as bright as I want it to be. I'm gonna go ahead and take the fluffy blending brush and go ahead and clean it up with the cocoa color, which is the dark brown. Be using the Fenty Beauty flyliner. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a small wing. Right, so like I said, I really just wanted to keep that wing small. So as you can tell, just a little flick of liner, nothing too dramatic because I really want the focus of the look to be on the green eyeshadow that matches my top. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I have an Eye Define Waterline eye pencil. So this is just in the shade black. It's by PixiBeauty. It's literally my favorite to use in the waterline because it actually stays all day, unlike a lot of other different brands. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this right on top of my waterline. By doing that, it really just allows your eyelashes to look fuller and your eyes look a little wider. So I really love that trick, and I think it looks cute. All right, everybody, so I went ahead and completed my other eye. I also popped on some lashes, and the lashes that I used were the BhCosmetics M202 false lashes. And I've gotta say, I've had this pair for a while. I've probably worn them like 12 times already, and they're still in really good shape. Not only that, but they come with their own eyelash glue, which is actually the best eyelash glue I have ever used. Like, I'm extremely impressed and addicted, not to mention addicted. But these lashes are super affordable and really amazing, so I definitely suggest purchasing them if you're looking for inexpensive lashes that are good quality. Now that I finished my eyes, there's actually just one thing left that I have to do for my eyes, and that is to add my brow bone and my highlighter. All I'm going to be doing is taking this small flat brush, and I'm going to be using the color Icy from the palette. It's a very, very beautiful color, and it honestly looks amazing. I'm just going to be applying that right underneath the brow. And like, this color is seriously icy. Like, it is named Icy for a reason, I swear. So now my eyes are completely finished. They're super beautiful, and they match so well with my top. Love it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start on my skin. First thing I'm gonna be doing is prepping my skin. For moisturizer, I'm going to be using the Pixi Skin Treats Rose Cream. It just looks like this. I really love this moisturizer. It's very thick feeling, but it has like a thin consistency. I'm just gonna be applying that all over my skin. So I tend to have like dry skin, so I've really got to make sure I prep my skin correctly. And you guys, this moisturizer smells so delicious. I could almost eat it. Like, it smells so good. Literally smells like a bouquet of roses. So I've been using this primer for probably a good year now. It's probably mentioned in every single one of my YouTube videos, so I'm sure you guys already know what I'm going to be using, but I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Dewy Photo Focus Face Primer. It just looks like this. And I love this stuff because it's extremely tacky, which is really good. You want that for a primer. You want it to be tacky so that your makeup stays put all day long and doesn't slip around.
To give my skin a really dewy shine, right when I put my foundation on top of it. So I really love this stuff.
Okay, so now that we are completely primed up, I'm gonna be using my all-time favorite foundation, which is the Milani Conceal Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. The shade I use is Creamy Vanilla. It's one of the lightest shades. Now I'm just going to pump some of this on the top of my wrist. It really doesn't take much. This is a super full coverage foundation, and that's why I always go back to it. I've tried so many foundations on the market, and I've got to say Milani really did their work, you know. I mean, this stuff is really great. Like, okay, look at this coverage. Like, can you see how amazing this coverage is? It's bomb. And my skin has been looking real, like, iffy lately, so I really need some full coverage. Your girl loves full coverage. Now for concealer, I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Paris Infallible Full Wear Color Corrector. This stuff is really great. I love this stuff. It's super thick, a little goes a long way, and it has a huge applicator, a lot like the Tarte concealer, which is why I really love it. It's like an affordable dupe for the Tarte concealer. And this is in the shade 325 Eggshell. This is what the applicator looks like. It's really big, as you can see. It holds a lot of product. I really don't need that much, so I just tap it under my eyes a few times, up my nose, on my forehead, and a little bit on my chin. Now taking my beauty blender, I'm gonna go ahead and just blend that out. Go ahead and do a little bit of cream contour. Lately, I've really been loving the NYX Wonder Stick. It has a highlight and contour. This is the highlight shade. As you can tell, I never use the highlight shade really. I mean, sometimes I use it to clean up my contour, and I'll go ahead and show you guys how I do that right now, just so you know. But this is the side I'm gonna be using, and it is the contour side. And I really love this contour because it's super creamy. I mean, it blends out super easily compared to like getting dry too fast, which I really love about that. A trick that you could actually do with the NYX Wonder Stick is on the highlighter side, you could use it to kind of go over your nose highlight again, and also to sharpen up your contour on your cheeks. So I'll just put a little bit there and dab it out. And today I chose the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This is just a mini version I have because I ran out of the larger one. Oh, but I just dumped some into the pan right there. I take my beauty blender, dip it right in, and bake right underneath my eyes. And another trick I like doing, just to really sharpen up the contour, is make a straight line all the way down to my mouth. I'm gonna be taking this large fluffy powder brush. I'm just gonna use what's left over in the pan to lightly dab over the rest of my face, just to make sure I set all of that cream and foundation and concealer. You just have to lightly brush that on. You okay? You okay? You're just a little startled. So now that my face is completely set, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of contour powder, and for that I'm gonna be using the BhCosmetics yet again. Their Studio Pro Powder Contour Palette. It looks like this. There's 10 different color shades in here. They're all really amazing. I got a lot of use out of all of the shades. But what I like to do for my face contour, since I don't have a tan on or anything, I'm gonna go a little lighter on the contour color, and I'm gonna be mixing these two lightest shades together. I'm just gonna be going right along my jawbone, basically just following the cream contour that I laid down. And do not forget your forehead. You want to go all the way down the sides of your face until you meet the jawbone. Taking the lightest shade of contour, and I'm going to go ahead and give my nose a little bit of contour. Alright, now it's time for blush. So I'm going to be using my favorite blush, and my current favorite blush is the Pixi Glow Bar. This is called the Pixi Glow Cake Pink Champagne Glow Palette, and it's an ombre. It has a lot of shimmer in it, so it really makes your skin look dewy and glowy. I'm just gonna be taking my blush brush, and I like to stay in the medium pink color, and I kind of like to mix it with the lighter because that's where most of the shimmer is. I'm just gonna be applying that right above my contour. Alright, now that we've finished a majority of the face, all we have to do is do the under eye for eyeshadow. I'll be taking this flat smudge brush, and this one is Surprise from BhCosmetics. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Vintage color from the Daisy Marquez palette and place that right underneath my eye. Then after that, I'm just going to be taking the shade Dulce and kind of blending out that orange color since it is really pigmented. Now we really just need to spice up the inner corner since a lot of my foundation took it off. I'm gonna be going in with the shade Icy and really brightening up my inner corner and dragging it underneath my eye as well, just to give it a nice pop. I'm going to apply a little bit, just a little bit of mascara to my bottom lashes. I'm going to be using the Better Than Sex Too Faced mascara. Okay, now our eye look is completely finished. Just to finish it off, I'm going to be using the Pixi Makeup Fixing Mist, and this is really just going to help set everything into place. I'm going to fan that. Now for a highlight, I'm going to be taking this huge highlight blending brush. I'm actually going to be using the color Icy from the Daisy Marquez palette on my cheekbones and on my nose as a highlighter, which I haven't done before, but it looks really pretty, so I'm going to try it. Okay, yeah, this is gorgeous. I went ahead and applied highlighter all over my face using the Icy shade from the Daisy Marquez palette. Now all I have to do to finish up this look is add some lipstick, and I'm just going to be going with a regular nude color. I'm going to be using the NYX Lip Lingerie. This is in the shade Babydoll. It's one of my favorite nude colors. I'm going to wait for that to dry for a second. And then I'm gonna go ahead and top that with my favorite gloss, which is the Fenty Beauty Diamond Milk Gloss. Alright, so this makeup look is completely finished. I hope you love this green slime glam. I really love it. It paired up really well with the shirt I'm wearing. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it, and stay tuned for the next one. Go ahead and subscribe, like this video, go ahead and give me that thumbs up, and comment below. I'd love to hear back from you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.